considered as a glorious. Actually, if you just hear this wonderful pastime of their meeting, that itself is very glorious. It's been said that, and those who hears them, they will get the love of God. Just simply by hearing anything, wherever, it's every incident of Chaitanya and Nityananda, if you just hear, just merely giving a oral reception itself gives us a love of God. This is what is the blessings what we get. So Chaitanya Charitamrita has that potential. It's like it's. So we generally consider this as an ordinary, and the story considers, oh, this we have heard it, but hearing it again and again, and just by giving you are engaging your senses in the service of the Lord by hearing about Him and about His will. And just by doing this simple act, you will get mercy, the love of God. This is what it is. So hearing is not an ordinary thing. So as we sit here, we are not doing like just one kind of a job, like duty. Oh, I have to sit here and do. No. As you are engaging it, you are engaging your senses in this service, and this will itself will be a glorious service, and Krishna will be showering the blessings and mercy upon you. This is what is the Vrindavan Thakur is saying that. So it's not an ordinary thing what we are trying to do. Then from after this wonderful meeting, then what happens is that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, after meeting all this, and then he leaves. He takes the permission of all the devotees, and Mother Sachimata asks him, like, please do not go anywhere else, but go and stay, make your residence in Nilachal, in Jagannath Puri. And after getting the instructions from Mother Sachi, then he heads towards Nilachal, to Jagannath Puri, to see Lord Jagannath. And as he was heading, since he has taken sannyas, he has a danda, so he's carrying the danda, and he's heading towards the Nilachal. And as he's going, all the devotees are also following him. And it was Jagadananda Pandit who was given the service of carrying the danda, of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's danda. So at one time, what happens? Jagadananda Pandit, he has to go to get the alms, to ask, to beg for alms. So he gives the danda in the custody of the Nityananda. So he asks Nityananda, please take care of him. Meanwhile, I'll go and beg for alms. When he gets this danda, what he does is that he breaks the danda into 3 pieces. Yeah. And then after getting alms, begging alms, then Jagannath Pandit comes back and he asks him, what happened to the danda? And I said, the one who had taken the sannyas, he has broken it. And Jagannath Pandit doesn't say anything, actually. So he takes this 3 dandas, the 3 pieces, and he puts it into the hands of, he goes to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and he gives it to him. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tells him, oh, what happened? Okay. Did you not pay any attention in carrying this danda? How come this broke? And then he tells him that this is what has happened. That Nityananda Prabhu has broken this danda. He narrates the entire story, and then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asks Nityananda Prabhu, what happened? Why did you break my danda? And then Nityananda Prabhu simply says that, my dear Lord, he described that, my dear Lord, if you want, you can punish me, and you know it better. Why did I break the danda? And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu doesn't say anything. So as mentioned by the Vrindavan Thakur, that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is seated in the heart of Nityananda Prabhu, and Nityananda Prabhu is seated in the heart of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So both the lords know each other's heart very well. So Nityananda Prabhu knew exactly well that why this danda this danda should not be carried by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Vrindavan Thakur further described that actually it is by the sweet will of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the danda was broken, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself is asking why the danda is actually being broken. So this is This is how the wonderful exchange between Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu takes place. Actually, when Nityananda Prabhu was breaking the danda, he addresses to the danda that oh, the Lord who's carrying, whom I carry in my heart, he's carrying you, and he needs to carry you. What is this? And then he breaks the danda into three pieces. So this is how Nityananda Prabhu sees that. He doesn't see that that the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu should carry the danda with him. Then further, as we know that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, after this incident, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu becomes upset. He said, I think you guys I know I should I don't want to be with you. I'll go ahead. Should I go ahead, or should you do you want to go ahead? Then Mukunda says, my dear Lord, you go ahead. We have to do some more. We have some more duties, so we'll follow you later. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu goes ahead, and he reaches the Ganeshwar, the place where there is a Lord Shiva temple, and there are many Shaivas there. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu goes there. All the people in the Shiva temple, in the Shiva temple, they see that he is nothing but Lord Shiva himself, and they start actually worshipping him. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu there, he dances there, and then meanwhile all the devotees, they come and they join. They see that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is actually dancing, and they also start actually singing and dancing there there at the Jaleshwar. Now, seeing that Nityananda Prabhu is actually also dancing, then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraces Nityananda Prabhu and tells him that, hey, what is this? You're supposed to take care of me, but you yourself are a madman. So do you want to really kill me? You're supposed to actually take care of me. So this is how Nityananda Prabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu they have wonderful exchanges. And then after this, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then heads again. He asks, he asks all the devotees that do you guys, all the devotees, that do you want to go first, enter into into Jagannath Puri, into the Puri temple, or should I go first? And then Mukunda again asks Lord to go ahead, and then later they will join him. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so he goes and enters into the Lord Jagannath's temple. So as he enters into the Lord Jagannath's temple, so he sees Lord Jagannath. And when he sees Lord Jagannath, he becomes very ecstatic. And as he becomes ecstatic, he's not in his senses. He feels unconscious by seeing just the beautiful and very magnificent form of the Lord in the form of Lord Jagannath. So he becomes unconscious and he falls. He falls onto the ground, and he falls so hard that everybody, there is a thudding sound, and everyone's attention goes towards that. There was fortunately there was Sarvam Bhattacharya who was there along with all his servants. So then they all rush to rescue Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and they Sarvam Bhattacharya asked all his assistants that please pick him up. Then they pick him up, and then by taking the Lord's Hari's name, and then they carry him from the Simhadhara. As they are carrying him out of the Simhadhara, that's when Nityananda Prabhu and all the associates they come there, and they see that what all this scene, what is happening? Why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is being carried away? And they all also follow along with them, and then they head into the house of Sarvam Bhattacharya, and then there they they put him on the bed, and all Sarvam Bhattacharya meets with all Nityananda Prabhu and all the associates, all the devotees who have come from Navadip. He meets all of them, and then from them he understands the glories of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and then he assigns him a servant also to all of them, because they could not take a darshan of Lord Jagannath. Then they ask them, he assigns a servant to take them to Lord Jagannath's temple, and all of them then they go to Lord Jagannath temple, and this servant who's there, and he actually instructs all to everyone that do not do like the previous Gosai. Okay? How he has done it. When you enter into into the temple, I do not want anyone get unconscious and behave like a madman. Otherwise, I won't take you. Okay, don't behave like that. And then instructing in such a way, then he takes all of them, all those everyone to the Jagannath temple, and then there when they go and enter into the temple, there as usual, Nityan Prabhu, as soon as he sees Lord Jagannath Baldev Subhadra, so he wants to embrace Lord Jagannath, especially Lord Balram. So all there are guards who are there. So they and as he charges to embrace them, they hold him. As they hold him, then Nityan Prabhu is very strong, as you know, he's Balram himself. So he just brushes them aside. He pushes them aside, and he goes forward and embraces both Lord Jagannath and Balram, and he takes the garland of Lord Balram and he puts around his neck. And all the pujaris who are there, they also then they are fearful now. They see the wonderful form of the Lord Nityananda, who is Avadhut himself. He is a saintly person. So they gave him the garland. They gave him the garland of Lord Jagannath also, and both. Now Nityan Prabhu and all the associates, as they go around the temple, all the guards they see Lord Nityan Prabhu, but they don't actually check him at all, and they are actually in all reverence of Nityan Prabhu, because as and they it's been described that when they see what is I forget what they say. Why do they discover? They consider that they see him as like a Lord's incarnation himself, and that way they don't say anything to him. And then after taking the darshan, then all of them come back to Sarvam Bhattacharya's house, and when they come back again to the Sarvam Bhattacharya house, and they start chanting the Lord Hari's name, the holy name, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was still unconscious. And then after some time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes back to his consciousness. When he comes back to his consciousness, he asks all the devotees, "What happened to me? How come I am here? Who brought me here?" Then all the Nityan Prabhu describes that, "My dear Lord, actually, when you saw Lord Jagannath, you became unconscious and you fell at the ground, and that's why you were brought here by Sarvam Bhattacharya, because fortunately he was there, and he assisted you in bringing to his house." And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu becomes very very happy and then he takes a vow. He says that from now on, I will never take Lord Jagannath's darshan from a close. Okay, I will rather take from a distance near from the Garuda Samba. And there is a Samba Dwara, there is a Garuda Samba. From there on, I will always take a darshan of the Lord. I will not embrace the Lord Jagannath. Then Nityan Prabhu asks Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to take a bath and come, so that he can eat. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu goes, takes a bath, and then he comes back, and then all the Sarvam Bhattacharya, he brings the Mahaprasad for all the devotees. You know that Chaitanya, because in Jagannath Puri people just eat only Mahaprasad, because there is constantly there is plenty of Mahaprasad which is there in Puri temple. So Sarvam Bhattacharya, he gets all the Mahaprasad to all the devotees, and all the devotees they eat the Mahaprasad, and after eating the Mahaprasad, then they are completely satisfied. So the Vrindavan Master described that whoever hears this ecstatic eating prasad pastimes of Lord Gauranga at Nilachal, they will obtain the association of Lord Nityananda without a doubt. Now comes the one of the most glorious and the magnanimous pastime of Lord Nityananda. Here he is showing that what is how he is so merciful, and how he is actually easily distributing the wonderful the love of God to each and everyone. He after after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu settles down in the Nilachal, one day he calls Nityananda and he tells, "Hey, what are you doing? Always sitting with me here and doing chanting, and what is my purpose? My purpose is to give love of God to everyone. And I'm not, and since I've become a mendicant, I've become a sannyasi, I cannot go and give love of God to all the to all the householders and all the fallen souls who are there in the Gaud Desh. So you do one thing. You go to the Gaud Desh. That means to West Bengal, and especially to Nagik, and then there you start giving the love of to all, each and everyone. And there, then Nityan Prabhu, after getting the instructions from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then he just goes, he leaves, and he goes to he heads to Nagik, and he heads to Nagik. So on his journey, he comes to Panayhati. Panayhati is the place where Raghav Pandit lives, and then there at the Raghav Pandit's house, then he does very wonderful, he stays there for almost 3 months actually, not just 1 day or 2 days in the Panayhati. And there, Nityan Prabhu, when he comes there, he does some kirtan, and he engages everyone in dancing and dancing and singing. All devotees also very happily, happily also join the Lord Nityan Prabhu. And all of a sudden, Nityan Prabhu, what he does, he goes and sits on a throne, and he asks all the devotees that you please get me, bathe me. And then all the devotees go and get the water from the Ganges. So they fill the pitchers and get the water from the Ganges, and they start actually bathing Lord Nityananda. And as they bathe Lord Nityananda, after bathing him, then they dry him up. They put the put the paste of sandalwood. They dress him up. They put the clothes on him, and then they put a garland on him. Then Nityan Prabhu asks the Raghav Pandit that you please go to your house and get the flowers of the kadamba flowers. You please get the kadamba flowers. And there is Raghavananda. Raghavananda. He actually he was holding the umbrella from the back on the top of the of Nityan Prabhu. And he says to Lord Nityananda, my dear Lord Nityananda, actually this is not the season to get the kadamba flowers. Okay. You won't get it now, the kadamba flowers. And Lord Nityananda orders Raghav Pandit that you please go to your house and check. There are kadamba flowers, and get the garland of kadamba flowers to me. So Raghav Pandit just follows the instructions from Nityan Prabhu, and he goes. And as he goes to his house, and then he finds that indeed there is the kadamba flowers which have come to a lime tree. Okay, lemon tree. So for the lemon tree, the kadamba flowers come. And when he sees that, he becomes ecstatic, and he becomes unconscious, but and he understands the glory of Nityan Prabhu. So then he picks all the flowers, he makes the garland out of it, and the kadamba flowers, and then he garlands the Nityan Prabhu. And then Nityan Prabhu, and as they were all worshipping Nityan Prabhu and chanting and dancing, and he asks everyone, are you guys smelling something, anything different? And all of them, oh, there is a very wonderful fragrance, very nice fragrance of flowers which are coming. Okay. Do you know what fragrance is this? And then he said that you are all very fortunate today. The Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has personally come and joined us in this kirtan here along with all of us. This is the fragrance of kadamba flowers. This is a damanaka flower. And this damanaka flowers is what this Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wears this garland of damanaka flower. So he has personally attended. He's personally come here. He's present here now. So we are all fortunate. And then everybody becomes very ecstatic, and all of them they dance. And Chaitanya Nityan Prabhu, he glances at you, and whoever is glancing, he's giving love of God to them, and he becomes ecstatic, and they start dancing. So this is how he is doing. Just by looking at someone, he's giving the love of God. Just by glancing. See, look the contrast. All this up until the Nityan Prabhu, the previous incarnation, especially in the Lord Balaram's incarnation, Lord Balaram becomes upset with many men, even with Duryodhana. He was very close, and he was very dear student. And when he did not actually hear to Lord Nityananda was actually pulling the entire Hastinapur. Okay, he is pulling it. Okay. So and he punished all the demons, and he killed them. But here in this incarnation, he is not. He's just freely giving the love of God to everyone, whoever, just by glancing at anyone. If he sees that, no, in that one he did not see in the Balram's the incarnation. He saw Duryodhana. He could have given him the love of God, but he did not give. In this incarnation, it doesn't matter whoever it is, even to the those who have actually committed offenses towards him, even to them also he gave the love of God. Like Madhai, we saw that. And here to everyone, even to the ordinary souls who were there, to them as they were seeing him, Nityananda was giving the love of God. Take, and they become ecstatic just by looking at it. And they were morose, lethargic. They did not have anything. Like they were depressed, oppressed, sad, lazy, lousy, all those things they were there. And then just by looking, getting the glance of Nityananda, they were surcharged with the love of God. And they become like, they started dancing and jumping, roaring. This is how they all do. And this is not the only one time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did. Nityananda, as I was telling you, 3 months he stayed in the palette. And everyone he just gave love of God. This is the only or Nityananda Prabhu's this one. Yeah. And Nityananda Prabhu and all his like the associates, whoever, they were very stalwart associates, not an ordinary associate. They just gave love of God to everyone like this. Everybody. Right? So nobody, no, that's why it is being said that to offend Nityananda Prabhu is considered as a very great offense. There was one pastime which is described that Minikathan Ramdas, okay, one of the very close associate of Nityananda Prabhu. And he is also like madman. All the associates of Nityananda Prabhu, they are also like mad, like him. So he also, very strange and eccentric. So one time he visits the place of the Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami's there. So he goes there, and they have a temple, and in that temple, they Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami's brother. Okay, no, not brother. There was a Gunarnam Mishra. So that Brahmin was there. So he was serving the deities, and everybody they pays obeisances to Minikathan Ramdas as he comes, because he's a great devotee. He is follower of Nityananda. So everyone pays actually the obeisances. But it was the Gunarnam Mishra who did not pay obeisances, and Minikathan Ramdas feels, he thinks in his mind that what is this? He's committing an offense. It is, and it is. He thinks thinking it's not an offense that that he's offending me. He's not paying any respects to me. I'm okay for it, but it is actually because since I'm representative of Lord Nityananda, so he's offending Lord Nityananda himself. And there Minikathan Ramdas actually says, what you are not even paying the obeisances, or you are not paying respects even to to the host, to the guest who is coming. And there it was the brother of Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. He tells that that I actually I know Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I worship Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but I do not worship Nityananda Prabhu. In another sense, he actually doesn't accept the Nityananda Prabhu and Nityananda Prabhu's associates. And just by hearing this, Minikathan Ramdas becomes very upset. And what he does, he takes up his fruit which was there, and he throws onto the ground, and then he crushes the fruit by his feet, and then he leaves that. And actually, after that incident, as he leaves, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami writes that since his brother has committed an offense, he actually falls off. He gets he falls down from his practice, and then and the same night it has been described that on the same night it was Nityananda who comes in the dream of Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. that you please go to Vrindavan, because it was Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami who actually who tells his brother that, how can you do like this? If you if you worship Lord Gauranga and if you do not worship Nityananda Prabhu, then that is the biggest offense.
It's like Radha Kukutamya.
Yeah, correct. That is also it.
Usurping one and sliding another. It says best to slide both instead of worshipping one and.
Correct. It's Radha Kukutamya.
Sorry to interrupt.
Go ahead. Good.
Viniketan Ramana also says to Gunarnath Mishra that he says, like, look at this another Romashan Sutta. Romashan Sutta also did the same thing, like he disrespected Balaram. So he.
Correct.
And Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami also chastises his brother.
Yes, that's what he gets the merit that he chastises. How can you do like this? And
that's why he was happy. Nityananda Prabhu comes to him and he was happy that you chastised him.
Correct. Before just by doing one act, Nityananda Prabhu becomes very happy. Even stopping someone or correcting someone, Nityananda Prabhu becomes very happy, and he gets he showers the mercy upon Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami. So Adha Kukutna is that means that you cannot worship, like you cannot just feed feed the hen, the rooster from his mouth and cut its back. Okay, so it means like it is absurd. It's not. It's illogical. Yeah. So this is called that Adha Kukutna is that because if the hen is giving the eggs, the golden eggs all the time. So you think that why I have to feed her all the time? If it's egg, so only the back part is more useful. The front part is not. So I will cut the front part. And so if we cut the front part, what will happen? So he won't get even the eggs also. So this is what Adha Kukutna. So that means worshipping Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and not respecting Nityananda Prabhu and not accepting Nityananda Prabhu is like Adha Kukutna. So that is what is being described here. So and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu time and again, all the time he has extolled the glories of Nityananda Prabhu. He said that whoever accepts me, whoever and rejects Nityananda Prabhu, I won't accept them at all. This is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had already declared. So here Nityananda Prabhu is showering his blessings and mercy upon whoever he sees, to everyone. Yeah, and this not accepting Nityananda Prabhu and not knowing the Nityananda Prabhu's mercy and glories is like is the biggest we can say that offense, and as well as like we are depriving ourselves from the greatest mercy which we all can get it, and we are also depriving ourselves to get the strength in our practice. So here in this wonderful pastime at Panihati, Lord Nityananda Prabhu is showering his blessings and mercy to all the devotees whoever he could visit. This is what is the glory of Nityananda Prabhu. How merciful he is, as we can understand from this amazing and wonderful pastime. And because Chaitanya, as we all know, that it is only Nityananda Prabhu who understands the heart of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because he is epitome of the compassion of the Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and who came to just distribute the law of God to everyone. Lord Nityananda, so wherever he goes, he's just inside the Bhaja Gauranga, Lahu Gauranga, Kahu Gauranga, Naam Re. Okay, that's the so that is the song he always sings everywhere, and he just wants to give this love of God to each and everyone. So we'll continue this tomorrow, and we'll conclude this session. So while on his way back, as he's traveling more, so once he meets once he meets this Gadadhar, and then he further goes and he goes to Navadip, and Navadip he meets Sachimata, and then there and after meeting Sachimata, then he meets this the one thief, the Brahman thief who is there, and then Hiranya Pandit. So Hiranya Pandit is another at his house in front of actually said, okay, we'll conclude that. We'll actually see that pastime, and we'll conclude today. So that we'll stop for today, and then tomorrow we'll continue our session let's hear this wonderful pastime. So in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he as he goes from Gadadhar, he meets all this. We'll talk about Gadadhar and other pastimes tomorrow. But when he comes to to the house of the Sachimata, there uh, in the you know in Navadip, there he you know he stops at this Hiranyapandi's Pandit's house, and he goes and stays at Hiranyapandi's Pandit's house. And there, as he's going everywhere, so he's chanting and dancing, and he's chanting and dancing. And he's like out of, even though he's like out of, this time he wears all the robes, like very silky and shiny robes. He wears it, and in his hands everywhere there are gold and diamonds and other things. The rings are there, and there are different kinds of necklaces, pearls, jewels, and different necklaces he has, and he's wearing this one, and he's dancing. So there is one Brahmana who, even though by caste he was Brahmana, but he was very sinful, and he was a big thief and rogue. He had actually he had a bandit actually. He had other thieves and rogues group, and he commits all kinds of sins, and he plunders the wealth of other people. So this person, he sees Lord Nityananda, and he sees that this Lord Nityananda, or then in his mind he thinks that, oh my God, this is my lifetime, the theory. I don't have to do any kind of theft anymore. If I actually plunder him, then I can retire from my job. And then that night, what he does, he goes to all his colleagues, and he actually tells them that then he has a meeting, and he describes his plan that this should be our last ploy, and we can actually uh, you know plunder this Nityananda, take all his jewels, and then we don't have to commit any more we don't have to do any more thievery. This should be our last, and we can peacefully retire. And he has so many jewels, and that will be good for our entire lifetime. So he convinces all other all other thieves. So all of them they actually they joins his plan, and then they make a plan that when they will when and how they will actually plunder Nityananda. And that night, when they decide that, so at one night, then all of them, they go to the house of Lord Nityananda stands, and they enter his houses, and then they go there. As they go there, they come with all the swords and other things, and as they when they come there, they see that there is a loud chanting is going on, loud Hari Kirtan sound they hear that, and everybody chanting and dancing in the house of the Hiranyapandit and the Nityananda around Nityananda. So all of them, they decide that they will wait for some time. When everybody disperses and Nityananda is alone, then they all will go inside, and they will actually they will loot him. This is how they decide, and they wait for that. And as they wait, what happens is that everyone becomes drowsy, and by the mysterious arrangement of Nityananda, they go to they sleep that night, and by the time they wake up, when their eyes actually opens up, that time by the crowing and by the chirping of all the birds, their eyes open up, and then they see that it's already a dawn. Okay, so when they see that it's a dawn, they think that, oh, now we cannot do anything now. Okay, and they curse themselves, and they fight amongst themselves. What is this like now? What we have done? And they blame each other, and then finally as they fight each other, then the head of that gang, this Brahmin, he said, oh, stop this one. Maybe it is our Lord Chandi, our God Chandi. She wants that that we should actually first worship her. We actually today forget to worship her before actually doing before looting Nityananda. So tomorrow what we'll do, we'll first worship her, and then we'll actually come to do our job. and that's how they all decide. So both all of them they go back. They worship the goddess Chandi, and then after worshiping goddess Chandi, then they come back. They come again the next day. They come and with all the swords and everything, daggers and everything in their hand. And then as they come, and to their surprise, they see that there are giant personalities with swords in their hand, and they are guarding the house of Lord Nityananda. They were surprised, how come this has happened? Yesterday we did not see you, and today we all of a sudden where did they appear? And all of them are very surprised to see it, and everyone is actually guessing what has happened. And then this Brahmana, who's the head of the name, is stop all these things he may not have understood our plans and these are not the guards which Nityan Prabhu has actually has deployed them. These are maybe the guards of some wealthy person, okay, and the wealthy person might be visiting Nityan Prabhu. That's why these guards are there. Okay. Generally, when such mendicants are there, when they come, some wealthy person come to take the blessings of such mendicants, and then they along with them their guards also come. So maybe this is the guard of that wealthy person. So and this Brahmana addresses to all the other friends that let us wait for some more days until these guards go away. And once these guards go away, then we'll come back and then we'll again we'll do our job. So all of them then they disperse again. So this is the second attempt which actually foils. Then after few days, all of them again come back. They again come back just to execute their plan. When they come here, it's a dark night. Actually, that night happens to be the darkest night. And then as they come there, they can't see them in the dark night. They cannot even see anything at all, generally, and then there is no. It's actually the new moon day. Sorry, it's a new moon day. So it's as it's new moon day, so that they can't see anything. And then as they can't see anything, then all of a sudden what happens is that their eyes also, they lose their eyesight. All of a sudden they lose their eyesight. And then one of the thief, they fall into a pit, okay, into a pit where there is where there is all the trash is thrown. So there he falls, and then the flies and other things, the mosquitoes, they start biting him, and then some other falls into a small hole where there are where there is some just some dirt is there, and some other ones he falls into another some small trench or something. This is how everyone and some other he falls into the bushes where the thorny bushes are there. So they are pricking him a lot. So this is how everyone actually suffers. And on top of this, what happens in the day? He showers on that day. He showers the heavy rains upon them. So when you're losing, when the blood is coming out, and when you are in deep pain, and on top of it, when there is rain, so it actually adds to the misery. So this is how all of them, they are in a great misery, and they were suffering there, all of them, all the things they were suffering, and they were thinking, what has happened to this one? And as they were thinking or meditating like this, somehow by the mysterious arrangement of Lord Nityananda, the main thief who is there, he as thinking and contemplating, then he comes and he thinks that, oh, it is actually this Nityan Prabhu is not an ordinary personality. Okay, he's a great soul. This is how he thinks in his mind. And we have actually committed our offense towards him. And just like as he's meditating and thinking like this, immediately Nityan Prabhu actually showers. Just by thinking, just by meditating on him like this, Nityan Prabhu showers the blessings and mercy upon him. And then what he does is that he gives him of course, it dawns and as it dawns, Nityan Prabhu gives them the eyesight back to him, and all other thieves also, like then he explains to all other thieves, and all other thieves also understand that, so they also get their eyesight back, and all of them then they head back to, like they go back home, they take shower, and then they come back. They come back to Lord Nityan Prabhu again next day, and as they come, because all of them they want to ask for forgiveness. So and then there what happens is that they see that Nityan Prabhu is sitting, and everywhere there are devotees. Then and they are chanting. Then this Brahmana, then he musters some courage, and he musters some courage, and then he approaches Nityan Prabhu, and he tells him, and he approaches him, and he tells his entire story, and he narrates the whole story, and he tells him that what has happened, so first day we came, but our plan was spoiled because of this, because of such and such reason, that there are so many people there, and we mysteriously we were put to bed, we were put to sleep, and the second time we came again, and then there was all the big the guards were there, and third time when we came, so we were actually suffering. So then we understood that actually you are not an ordinary personality. So kindly forgive all our offenses and show the mercy upon all of us, all the fallen souls. Okay. This is how, and then he tells him that we have, before this we have done so many sins. We have killed even the Brahmanas, we have killed even the cows, and he says this Brahmana, head or main Brahmana is telling that there is no offenses which we might have committed. So kindly we are the most sinful person. So we are taking shelter of your lotus feet. So as this Brahmana is praying very loudly to Nityan Prabhu. The Lord says that, oh Brahmana, you are indeed very fortunate. So you are a very staunch devotee of Krishna. Otherwise, why did Krishna would shower such mercy upon you? You got your eyesight back, and who can experience such a wonderful influence? Only other than the devotee. And Lord Chaitanya, his only purpose is to actually deliver all the fallen souls like you. So there is no doubt that he has heard your prayers. So he says that, so I take all your sinful reactions, but what you should do from now on, you should not sin any more, and you should not do any kind of stealing, any kind of plundering, any kind of violence anymore, and you should lead a pious life and just engage in the chanting of the holy name. So this is how Lord Nityan Prabhu, then he takes the garland from and then he puts on the Brahmana, and then everyone then starts chanting the Lord Hari's name. So here we can see that how Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is actually delivering everyone. Then this Brahmana, then he convinced all the thieves and to take shelter of Nityan Prabhu, and then everyone then they gives up their sinful tendencies, and all of them they also get the mercy of Lord Nityananda. So here we can see that how Nityan Prabhu, he showers his his blessings upon even the sinful people. Now here, even to have such kind of a thoughts is also blessings and mercy of Nityan Prabhu. They came to harm Nityan Prabhu, but it is Nityan Prabhu who made them think like this. Okay, so this is what it happens. So anything you do for Nityan Prabhu actually gets benefits. Anything. Okay. It's actually been said that see, we need to understand one very important thing. Nityan Prabhu is who? Is Lord Balaram, and Lord Balaram is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So he is a servitor God. So who serves Lord Krishna in the form of as a bed, okay, as a chapel, as a shoe, as a paraphernalia, everything and anything. So everything, even anything, whatever actually goes in the service of Lord, that Lord actually means arrangement. That is Lord Balaram. Even our Mridanga is also Lord Balaram. We say everything is everything. So this temple is, in one sense, it's also Lord Balaram because it's used in the service of God. So our jobs are also, they are used in the, if we use in the service of God, it is Lord Balaram. You understand? If a car, if you use it in the service of the Lord, it is also Lord. So if you want anything which can be used in the service of the Lord, that we can get it by the blessings of Lord Nityananda. Lord Balaram. So this is what we need to understand that. Only by the blessings of Lord Nityananda we can. People ask for it, I want this, I want that, I want that. If you use anything, whatever is in the service of the Lord, that becomes paraphernalia of God. And that paraphernalia of God is none other than Lord Balaram, Lord Nityananda. And that we can get by His blessing. So everything. If we use our intelligence, our brain, our body in the service of the Lord, so it becomes paraphernalia. So then that is nothing but Lord. It's actually manifestation of Lord Balaram. So you can get that by the blessings of Lord Nityananda. So that's why we all of us, if you want to engage ourselves in the service of the Lord, our body, our mind, our soul, our senses, in the service of the Lord. So we have to get them the blessings and mercy of Lord Nityananda. And if you need anything else which we want to engage in the service of the Lord, that also we have, if we can get it by engaging in the service of the Lord. And in other sense, now we all of us we want more devotees to come in the service of the Lord, and we are struggling very hard right now. Okay, and in terms of preaching, so we are not getting. So why? Because we are neglecting Lord Nityananda. We are not serving. We are not praying to Lord Nityananda very intensely. So we have to pray so that to Lord Nityananda. Then we get blessings of Lord Nityananda. And then even the most sinful people, even they got the mercy of Lord Nityananda. So why can't the people who are in the United States of America, who have come to the United States of America, or those who are in the United States of America, why can't they also get the love of God? It is possible. We have to just become an instrument of Lord Nityananda. This is what we understand. This is the glory of Lord Nityananda. Nityananda Prabhu ki jai. Nityananda Rishi ki jai. Tayo Premanande Hri Bol. Hare Krishna. So we'll see again tomorrow. We'll conclude the.
Prabhu, you mentioned about Vaishnava Aparad, so overcoming Vaishnava Aparad. So there's one devotee wrote a blog about it on ISKCON Boston. So I'll just go quickly read from this one. How to counteract Vaishnava Aparad. There are 3 ways by which we can counteract Vaishnava Aparad, and Lord Nityananda helps with that process. So first is of course begging forgiveness directly from the Vaishnava we offended.
Correct.
With genuine repentance and a determination never to do it again. Then along with this, constantly chant the name of Nityananda and Gauranga with the Hare Krishna mantra. And third is read the chapter 22 of the Chaitanya Bhagavata Madhya Leela. So if we daily recite or at least hear this chapter, then it helps with counteracting Vaishnava Aparada. There are verses in Chaitanya Bhagavat which extol the glories of Lord Nityananda, how he helps devotees in counteracting Vaishnava Aparada. Nityananda Prasade se Ninda Yai Kasya, Nityananda Prasade se Vishnu Bhaktaraya. Only by the causeless mercy of the name, form and pastimes of Lord Nityananda, one's offenses against Vaishnavas are destroyed and one attains devotional service of Lord Krishna. Then Kantha Fute Ei Mukhe Se Mukhe Yai, Paye Kantha Futile Ki Kanthe Abhiray. Just as it takes a thorn to remove a thorn, the offense committed by the mouth against a Vaishnava must be cured with the mouth by begging forgiveness.
Correct. Yeah, this is somewhere given also. Correct. Yeah.
Then Evadda Adbhuta Katha Suna Savadhane Vaishnava Aparada Bhuche Ihara Shravane. This is about the Madhya Leela chapter 22. Chaitanya Bhagavat Madhya Leela chapter 22. Listen carefully to this wonderful pastime of how Sri Sachimata got delivered from her offense against Srila Advaita Acharya in this chapter 22. By hearing or reading this narration, one will become free from Vaishnava Aparadha committed.
Nityan Prabhu ki
jai.
Gaur Premanande. and tomorrow.
We will settle someday. We don't till take work room.
No, we will dispute, but tomorrow there is